Hi, Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Hi, I'm Dr. Umbreen Alana, and with me is joining my co-host, Dr. Ayman Tawheed, and this is our last official episode of 2025, the Goal Roti Real Talk with Ayman and Ems. So welcome. Today we're going to be doing a very interesting topic, which is how to spend time with your kids during winter break. So, as we all know that during winter break, the kids are off school, everything is very chaotic. However, we still have to go to work. So as working moms, how do you divide yourself? How do you divide your time and have a balanced life? So this episode today is all about that. But before we begin, I'd like to congratulate Eamon for her new post. We just found out that she became the treasurer of APNA DMV. For those who don't know, APNA is like a medical association of physicians of North American descent who live in the US. So I think it's a great opportunity. I think this is totally something that Eamon would like doing, and I wish her all the best. So congrats, Eamon.
Thank you so much, Amreen, and
Yeah,
thank you,
how
Amreen,
was
and thank you
Happy
everyone
New
for joining
Year?
us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Happy New Year. This is Dr. Aman Tawheed. And as Amreen is talking about the winter break, oh boy, it's been a time. It's been a roller coaster ride, I would say. As the phrase sounds cozy, like there's pajamas, hot chocolate, but a lot of family time. And I cherish that, even though the kids are, very active and they want some activity, they want to be engaged, but I like snuggling in the bed with them, waking up a little bit later than usual, even if it's like just 30 minutes. And same at the nighttime, they can sleep a little bit late, watching a movie with them, having the blanket, and just enjoying family time. So yeah, so Amreen, do you have any questions, or you do wanna how do you want to run the show?
We can just start according to, a lot of moms reached out, and some of the questions were, how do you divide your time? How do you balance your life? So we can go according to certain age groups. Now, for those who don't know, I have younger kids. Eamon has kids of all ages. So I think a diverse point of view from both of us would help you guys. So we'll start from infants or babies, right? Infants under the age of one.
Okay. So for infants, I would say, because it's winter time and super flu is going on, जिसके बारे में अमरीन आपको ज़्यादा अच्छा बता सकती है, being an infectious disease specialist. But how to, at the same time, they do need an outside time, go out and enjoy, any activity they want to do. But mostly try to keep them away from public places, I would say. Um, that's what my suggestion is. Try to wipe wherever you sit, try to wipe that place. If you're taking them to a play area, just be careful, if the other kids have flu there, just try to clean that area. Just be extra cautious, because it has been going around. And I also just recently found out with a patient of mine, a new COVID strain is also going around. So just be extra cautious. Do you have any suggestions or more suggestions for the infants?
Yeah, COVID, flu, measles. I would just be careful with babies. And babies don't really care about they don't know if it's a holiday, but I guess what they care most about are routines. So as long as you're giving them their regular nap time, their regular, you're doing all the feeds at a relatively similar time, I think that's all that babies care about. So if you're busy, if you're working, or if you're working from home, or if you have a caregiver, make sure they get tummy time. Make sure that they're well fed, and then they get to wake up and sleep around the same time that they're used to. And I think they'll be pretty happy. And you don't have to over invest in a lot of toys. Just have them play with the same toy 17 times and they'll be fine,
Like my
right?
my infant, usually he plays, I would even give him like utensils, he would play with
Yeah.
those, he's fine. It's not about the toys. So they just enjoy, and he loves, like, stuff like anything around the house. It doesn't have to be a special toy. And at the
Yeah.
same time, if you're traveling, because it's travel time too, a lot of people are traveling to different time zones. As Amreen said, try to maintain the routine as much as possible for the infant, and that's the best you could do.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Okay,
so,
the next.
yeah. Do you wanna talk about kids between the
So let's
ages
talk
of
about, yes, let's talk about kids between 1 to 5.
toddlers? Yeah.
So
Hmm.
yes, the toddlers. How to keep them engaged. And Amreen has kids in the same age, similar age group. Uh, I have an infant, so she would be better shedding light on that. But then I will chime in. So Amreen.
Yeah, so I think I think that's the hardest age group to take care of because they get so bored and they're like an Energizer bunny. They don't run out of battery. They don't, they don't want to sleep. They don't, they don't want to eat because they're so active and they're so happy to be around you, that it's hard. I feel like this is probably one of the hardest ages, to keep kids at home during winter break. So again, some kind of routine would be helpful. But if you have to, if you're working and, if you don't have a lot going on, first of all, I think, Eamon, your mom was also like this. My parents were totally okay back in the 90s. If I was bored, if I didn't have anything to do, it's fine. I think kids are overstimulated these days, and if they don't have anything to do and if they're just bored sitting around the house, that's okay. अगर आपको उनको थोड़ा
And
सा स्क्रीन टाइम
especially in
दिखाना,
this,
yeah,
same thing I was saying, especially in this digital era, like, try to
yeah,
avoid the screen as much as possible. It's okay for the kids to get bored. They can play
yeah,
with the pillows, they can play with the
yeah.
blanket. It's totally fine. And it's okay if they're messing up the house. Make them clean it up, because if they are cleaning it, it will keep them engaged.
Yeah. Yeah, like basic household chores, like, right? Like my kid knows that they're responsible for putting all the shoes in the shoe closet, just to give you an example. And then if you have to show them a little bit more television during this time, it's fine. I wouldn't take it very personally, wouldn't, let it cause a lot of guilt.
And maybe setting up, like, if you they need to earn that screen time. For example, if they
Yeah.
do this, then this chore at their, if they're supposed to clean up the living room or their bedroom, or if they're supposed to make their bed, and if they do it, then they earn like 30 minutes or 20 minutes of screen time. Or maybe get, yeah, maybe if you have some activity for them to give them the coloring, you earn that coloring or painting. And kids really enjoy that. So let them do help you out in the house. This way you don't get
Yeah.
overwhelmed either. Yeah, and they stay busy.
Yep. And then, kids who like cooking can help you cook a little. Baking, you can bake cupcakes. You can do quiet reading time if they don't want to take a nap. You can do lots of things. It's just
Oh yeah,
just,
library. I love
take them to the library.
libraries.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take them to the library. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. And you can do
I
play dates as well. If you have friends who have kids similar age, or if your kids
yeah.
go to a daycare or a preschool and they have kids similar age, like, just try to bring them to your house or their house and meet in an outside area. Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like this is when the yearly or annual membership to a local zoo, library, or museum pays off. Like, this is when you can just pick them up and take them there every day. They not only do they learn, but it's free because it every membership pays off in 2 to 3 visits. So, you get something to do.
Yep, for sure. Okay. So the next age is 5 years and above, 5 to 10.
Yeah, 5 to 10. Yeah. I let Eamon take care of this because I
So
think you
I
have
have,
two kids
yeah,
around that age, right?
yes, I have two kids in the same similar age group. Quite active. They want to talk a lot. They want to ask a lot of questions. So I think the best activity for kids these age is Lego is very good in developing
Yeah.
concentration, sitting and building. Lego helps. My older one loves drawing. He just loves to draw. If you just tell him to draw alphabets, he would do that, or any monsters or anything they like. Um, and then my middle one, he likes just a simple. He want me to print out something for him. Like he finds pictures online, and then he just sits and color it. Um, um, any other suggestions? Maybe Amreen wants to add.
No, I think you're good. And I agree. I guess if they wanna, you know, if I have
Play-Doh is
nothing,
also a very good
yeah,
Play-Doh.
if I have
Play-Doh and
nothing else going on, honestly, I just take them to the library or Barnes and Noble. We just look at encyclopedias, even if you do a couple of pages of an encyclopedia. But let's say your kid is interested in technology. Mine is interested in history. Then I feel like you just get one book and, teach them how to read, teach them, show them pictures. I think kids are very visual in nature. They are very good learners. They learn passively. So, yeah, and I think even थोड़े बड़े बच्चों के लिए इतना winter में activities नहीं होती. I think most of your camps and summer activities are during the summer. So limited options, and I think weather
but
is also
let's
a limiting factor.
but I think what one I thank my parents for giving me this hobby, but bring books to your kids. In this digital age, it's just smelling a good book,
Yeah,
reading it, and if they have a habit of reading, their imagination increases.
yeah,
So I would say just encourage them to read, especially the books, not the PDF and the digital versions.
yeah,
I Yeah, I admire the books. So once you get them into this habit, you would not have to worry about the screen time because they
yeah,
really enjoy it.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And then let's talk about older kids between I guess 10 and above. Um,
Ten
Ayman
and
and I
above.
probably, yeah.
Again, try
Well,
to again, yeah, we are not the best people to advise on that, but still, um, just try to keep them off the screen. Again, reading habits, and try to engage them in the chores as much as they're involved in the house chores. Make them wash the car, and it's a very good activity for the whole family, like cleaning the car.
yeah,
Just Yeah, it saves money too. Do interior, like let them clean the interior of the car, and that's totally fine. um, yeah, and make them, they can take out their winter clothes and pack them, or they can take pack the summer clothes. Whatever you think has been pending, or you want to clean up something, you should put them to that task.
yeah. I just did that. I cleaned out. I mean, my kids helped me, but did I just took out all the old clothes because, if I don't want to be a hoarder, and if I feel like I have a lot of clothes that are in good condition that I can give away, like especially winter clothes, then why not, right? Like take them to what do you call it? Like a shelter or a charity organization, give the clothes away, spend time with other people.
It's also good to involve them in cooking activities like
Yeah.
preparing meal videos. Some girls really enjoy baking stuff with mom, and some kids enjoy knitting. So just find some activities, and it's all present. You can search it online too. And kids really enjoy these activities.
Yeah. Yeah. And anybody can like anything. With older kids, I've noticed that if you involve them and if you plan ahead with them that, hey, you have these 7 to 10 days off, what would you like to do or what would you like to learn? I think that gives them an incentive to actually follow through. And then
Yeah.
basic cooking is amazing for those who like cooking. If they're not much that they're interested in, are they good with their hands? Can they learn a life skill like swimming, like changing a flat tire? कभी भी जरूरत पड़ सकती है. We all drive, right? And eventually The trend chal raha hai,
Yes.
especially in the Western countries, kids don't live with their parents. They go often away from their family home to pursue higher education. So they should know how to cook. They should know how to do laundry. They should know how to change a flat
Exactly.
tire, right? So ये सब I mean, I would, yeah, absolutely. I think winter break and summer break would be the best times to catch up on all these life skills that are not taught in
Another
school.
option is Another option is like taking them to some family or traveling, but of course, not everybody
Yeah,
can afford traveling
yeah,
in this
yeah,
economy. So I'm not recommending it to everyone, but whoever can, just take them for travel because travel
yeah.
also teaches kids a lot.
Teaches you a
Um,
lot, yeah. Road
yeah,
trips, if you can't, take a flight, take a road trip.
yep.
And
Different
then
cultures, different people. People learn a lot. Yeah, kids learn a lot when they're traveling.
yeah, and you can't replace. I think as you get older, book knowledge nobody remembers, right? But people remember, oh, I spent so and so. I was at so and so place with my mom. I was at so and so place with my dad. So I think kids really cherish that. And then because Eamon and I are such big, strong mental health advocates, this would be a time to kind of check in with your kids and your family to make sure that everybody's saying okay. Um, During winter you don't get a lot of sunlight, so it can affect many people's moods. You can feel a little down because the sun sets early, and it gets dark out very quickly. So this would be a good time to be like, hey, do you need to talk about something? Are you feeling okay? Open-ended questions would be a good way to go.
Yep, for sure. So these are some of the suggestions that we have. If you have any suggestions, do let us know. That will be wonderful for our audience too, because every parent has their own way of tackling things and keeping the kids busy. If you have any suggestions which we did not cover or maybe forgot to cover, do let us know.
Yeah. And we would love for you to reach out to us with any suggestions that you have um, for our future episodes. If you have any topic or if you would like us to make any changes to a format, where it's an open door policy, just you know where to find us.
Yep, it's democracy. Just reach out, let us know what you want us to cover. If you have some suggestions for the topics, if you want to come yourself, let us know because if you don't reach
Yeah.
out, we would not know.
And a lot of
This is
people
your
do.
show too, not ours.
Yeah, I think करते काफी लोग करते हैं. People give helpful suggestions. Sometimes we see a little bit of critique, which, but we always take that constructively. So yeah, just and if you just want to talk or rant or vent out something, we're here.
So yeah, stay warm. And if you live in an area where it snows a lot, try to do a lot of indoor activities. Stay warm, stay safe. Enjoy this time because every season has its own charm. And the spring is also just around the corner. In a couple of months, we will be in spring.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for joining us. And then Ambreen can just wrap it up. And we'll let you know the new topic very soon.
yeah. So stay tuned. Have a good night. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.